The Las Vegas Raiders are in an interesting position as we head into the 2025 NFL Draft.
Definitely interesting.
They need a quarterback. That much is clear.
Oh, yeah.
But with the 6th overall pick, it might not be the golden ticket, it seems.
True. It's all about supply and demand, right?
Yeah.
The top 3 teams, they all need a quarterback.
Yeah. And this draft
only has 3 top guys. So if the Raiders just sit there at 6,
those quarterbacks could be gone.
So
if you're liking this breakdown of the Raiders quarterback situation, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Helps us out a ton. All right, so if the draft isn't the answer,
right,
what can the Raiders do?
Well, they could trade, right?
For a veteran.
A veteran. Could be the solution.
Yeah.
But not just any veteran, you know? We got to think about their new leadership. Pete Carroll as head coach.
And Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator.
Exactly. Think about Carroll's style. He's always been about balance.
Control the clock.
Minimize those risks.
Sounds a lot like a certain quarterback who might be available. You're talking about Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I am.
On the surface, it seems like a match made in heaven.
It does.
But let's really dig into why this could work.
Okay.
It's more than just filling a hole in the roster.
It's about synergy, strategy. Carroll loves a strong run game, right? Sets up that play action passing.
And that's where Cousins shines.
Oh, he thrives there. His efficiency in play action is, well, it's proven. Yeah. Then you bring in Chip Kelly.
All right.
Kelly's offenses have always emphasized the run and quick, efficient passing.
Again, perfect for Cousins.
Exactly. Perfect.
But we can't ignore the elephant in the room, can we?
Yeah, we got to talk about it.
Cousins is coming off that torn Achilles 2024.
Tough injury.
A major injury for any quarterback.
Especially one who uses his mobility for play action like Cousins.
Exactly. So it's a valid concern.
It is, but look at his record before the injury. 5 straight seasons.
PFF grade of 80 or higher.
Elite level.
Yeah.
And for anyone who doesn't know, PFF.
Pro Football Focus.
They analyze every single play. Every player. Grade them 0 to 100.
80 is considered elite.
The best of the best.
So he was performing at a high level before the injury, no doubt. But is that enough to give the Raiders confidence?
Well, he might not be the long-term answer.
Right.
But he brings something they need right now.
Stability.
Stability. He's a proven commodity. You know what you're getting with Kirk Cousins. And that's exactly what Carroll and Kelly need.
To implement their system.
To win now. There's pressure on them. They need wins. And the Raiders, their roster is already set up to help Cousins succeed.
They've got a decent offensive line. Ranked 15th in pass blocking last year.
Crucial for play action.
Absolutely. And they have Brock Bowers.
That young tight end.
Talented. Could be a safety valve for Cousins.
Oh, and don't forget, the Raiders have the 2nd most cap space in the league.
So much flexibility.
They could bring in more weapons for Cousins. A top wide receiver, maybe, or a running back. They could even bolster that offensive line.
Give Cousins even more time. And this is where the draft comes in.
Right. Instead of reaching for a quarterback at 6,
they could make the trade for Cousins.
And use that 6th pick to fill another need.
Ashton Jandy, that running back out of Ohio State, would be tempting.
It would be.
Or they could go with Tetairoa McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona.
Either one would be an instant upgrade. Imagine that offense.
Jacoby Myers, Bowers, and Janty. Or McMillan. And they'd all benefit from the attention Cousins draws.
A nightmare for defense.
A total nightmare. So the Raiders are at crossroads. Gamble on a rookie who might not even be there at 6.
Or go with the veteran who fits their new system perfectly.
Classic risk versus reward.
With a rookie, the risk is obvious. He might not pan out, or he could take a couple years to develop.
And with Carroll and Kelly,
time is not a luxury they have.
They need to win now.
And Cousins gives them the best chance. It would be a big statement.
Oh yeah, acquiring Cousins. It would send a message to the league. And to their own locker room.
Absolutely. We're committed to winning now.
And we're willing to make the moves to do it.
For a team trying to find their identity.
That's huge.
Huge.
Huge. It says the Raiders are back.
But even if they decide Cousins is the guy, there's still a big hurdle.
Can they even make the trade happen?
Right. The Vikings might not want to let him go.
He's still a valuable asset, even with the Achilles.
Proven quarterbacks are hard to find.
The Raiders might have to give up a lot. Maybe even that 1st-round pick. Wouldn't that kind of defeat the purpose?
It's a gamble either way. But it's a gamble they have to consider if they're serious about the AFC West.
That division is tough.
No doubt. But let's shift gears for a second.
Okay.
What if they don't go the Cousins route? What does the draft look like?
Well, they'd be looking at a quarterback at 6.
Most likely.
Realistically, though, those top 3 guys?
Probably gone.
Gone. So now you're talking about 2nd-tier prospects.
Hendon Hooker from Tennessee is interesting.
He's got the arm. He's athletic.
But he's raw.
Coming from a run-heavy system in college, it'll take time to adjust to the pro game.
Exactly. He might need need time to develop.
And we've talked about this.
Not ideal for Carroll and Kelly, not with their timeline.
Nope. Another possibility is Shedder Sanders.
Deion's son.
He's shown flashes, but he's also been inconsistent.
He's a dual threat, though, which could fit Kelly's system, but he needs to improve his decision-making and his accuracy.
At the NFL level. Either way, if they draft a quarterback in the first round,
They miss out on those other needs.
they still need help at wide receiver and running back.
That's the trade-off. They could address those needs in later rounds
But the talent drops off.
significantly. It's a tough decision for the Raiders.
So Raiders fans, what do you think? Cousins or a rookie? What's the move?
With the Raiders situation, Cousins makes a lot of sense.
He fits the scheme, they have the resources, and he gives them a chance to win now,
Plus, you can't underestimate that veteran presence.
especially with a new coaching staff.
Right, a guy like Cousins can help build that culture, set the tone.
He's been there, done that. He knows what it takes to win in this league.
No question.
Well, we've covered a lot today. The Raiders are at a crossroads.
They've got options and the resources to make some big moves.
Whether it's Cousins or a rookie, it'll be fascinating to watch.
It will. This is just the beginning of what should be a really interesting journey for the Raiders and for their fans.